What's up YouTube, it's Damean V2. I'm back with another commentary today. I apologize for any of the background noise that you hear. I actually have my daughter sitting on my lap. But in this video we're going to discuss my playoff predictions. As you can see, I have the seeds. Cleveland Cavaliers, I actually went to a Cleveland Cavalier game when they faced the Knicks. The Cleveland Cavaliers won. It was interesting to see how the Knicks were playing, which is why that was one of the games I wanted to go to. But the Knicks are gonna have, it's an interesting story how Phil Jackson says Melo shouldn't be there, and then Kristaps Porzingis just didn't go to his New York Knicks exit meeting. So that's something interesting. But in this video we're going to discuss the NBA playoffs. The brackets have been released and the playoffs start in a few days. As you can see, the seeds, Boston was number 1, Cleveland was number 2, and Toronto was number 3 for the Eastern Conference. In the Western Conference, we see Golden State Warriors as number 1, San Antonio Spurs is number 2, Houston Rockets is number 3. Western Conference, first round matchup between the Houston Rockets and the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's going to be an interesting series to watch, mainly because it's 2 MVP candidates, the top 2 MVP candidates. I'm choosing Westbrook. I may put a video on why I am choosing Westbrook to win MVP, but it's going to be an interesting series. Both players do deserve to win the MVP, but I think it will be Westbrook. For my selections for the Eastern Conference, we'll start off. I think the higher seeds 1, 2, 3, and 4 will go on to the second round. I think the Washington Wizards will be able to beat the Atlanta Hawks. Bradley Beal's been playing good basketball recently, including John Wall. But the thing is, the Toronto Raptors, Milwaukee Bucks, that could be an upset. So that's something to look out for. But again, the first round, I think the number 1 seeds are actually going to win. First round for this Western Conference, I also believe, I do believe the number 1 seed, Golden State Warriors, number 2, San Antonio Spurs, and Houston Rockets are going to win. The Clippers are always, they have trouble in the first and second round in the playoffs. So I'm actually going to, I think the Clippers are going to win. I won't be surprised if the Utah Jazz does win, but because Gordon Hayward, he's been playing phenomenal basketball, maybe the best basketball he has in his whole career. So, but that's something to take a note for. But I do think the higher seeds are going to win for the Western Conference in the first round. It was funny though, the Golden State Warriors Portland matchup. I don't know if Damian Lillard was joking, but he said the Blazers in 6. The Warriors was playing great without Kevin Durant, and then now Kevin Durant is back. It's going to be fun to see the Golden State Warriors play. I'm not really fans of them, but it's going to be fun. Back to the Eastern Conference, though, the Toronto and Milwaukee matchup. The reason why I said that's going to be a interesting series to watch is because Kyle Lowry, he was injured, but he came back. He dropped like 28 points in his first game return. So he's there. I think they'll be fine. the marvelous DeRozan, he's just doing what he does. But I do think they'll be fine. Second round for the Eastern Conference, we have Chicago, and then we have Washington. I think, or not Chicago, excuse me, Boston and Washington. I think Boston's going to win that one. Toronto and Cleveland, I think Toronto is going to lose. Cleveland's going to win. I think that's going to go to a 7-game series, though. It always seems that Cleveland has trouble against DeMar DeRozan for some odd reason. But you'll see. That's the thing with the playoffs. It's a 7-game series most of the time. But you have to show up in each and every single game. I don't think the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to have a cakewalk. I don't think they're going to be able to win like 16 straight or 12 straight games how they did last year. I think they did, or a few years ago. But we'll just have to wait and see. To continue with the Eastern Conference, I believe Cleveland is going to beat Boston. Boston has been able to get the upper hand during the regular season, but it is regular season, and regular season really doesn't mean anything, but home court advantage does take a role in it. But I think the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to get back to the NBA Finals for 2017 to the hey mamas second round for the Western Conference. I believe that if it's the Utah Jazz or even the Clippers, I think Golden State Warriors are going to advance in that matchup. Rockets versus San Antonio Spurs. I think the San Antonio Spurs are going to win. The thing is, the Rockets, they have a good team, but if Harden is not on his A game, then they're definitely going to lose, especially against the San Antonio Spurs. You know Greg Popovich is going to put Kawhi Leonard on James Harden. So San Antonio Spurs and Golden State Warriors, I believe the Golden State Warriors are too young. They just have too much of an offensive power, and they're going to get back to the Western Conference. We're going to win the Western Conference Finals and get back to the NBA Finals. But it's going to go to the Golden State Warriors. I believe the Golden State Warriors is going to beat the Cleveland Cavaliers in the playoffs. Again, the Golden State Warriors just have too much of an offensive threat. Any game, a player can do bad, and they still will win. The thing is, last year, Steph Curry Kyrie played an outstanding final series. Steph Curry wasn't really the MVP that he should have been in terms with the quality of his playing. So, but this year with Kevin Durant, even if Steph Curry doesn't have a good series, and there's always Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant had a great series last year. Unfortunately, the Thunder wasn't able to beat the Golden State Warriors last year, but I do believe that the Golden State Warriors will win in the 2017 NBA playoffs. So that's my picks, my selection. I don't really want to go into detail because I don't really want to break down all the stats and all the beliefs, but or why I chose the series. And there's the crying. But it's been Damean V2. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm out. Thanks for watching.